Hello again, my friends, and I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day. Today, I want to go over a timeline of events, as I am wont to do. The timeline I want to cover is the current situation with smashjt and the Kotaku Detected website. And as always, the place I like to start most is the beginning. Obviously, I'm not going to start at the very beginning because, let's face it, none of us have that kind of time, and we all realize the very beginning is the issue between Alyssa Mercante and smashjt, in which she contacted his wife. So on May 23rd, 2024 at 5:49 p.m., JT posts, Kotaku refuses to hold their own employees accountable for their abhorrent actions. If you want something done right, sometimes you have to do it yourself. Working really hard on it. Stay tuned. And he didn't make us wait very long. On May 24th at 2:03 p.m., JT posts introducing Kotaku Detected. And here he announces the release of his website. It's not a release of the website, it's actually a page on his smashjt website, which was possibly not the best choice, but we'll get into that in a minute. At 9:56 a.m. on May 25th, he's apparently having a good time with it, as he posts, "I'm not a journalist," and hashtag #EdKotaku and hashtag Kotaku Detected. And here you see smashjt, good news, traffic on your site went up. You had 2,451 site sessions yesterday. Probably a lot of people looking at it and seething. Just going to say. On May 26th at 7:08 p.m., on May 26th at 6:18 p.m., Gigabear tags smashjt. Apparently, I was unable to find the original tweet where Nick was removed from the website, but Nick Calandra reached out to smashjt and asked him to remove him from the site. After the conversation, JT obliged and said he would take him off. However, Nick's only goal was to get the entire website taken down, considering he considers it a hit list of people. Nick says, you can see in the smaller box, I can't actually access Nick's tweets because apparently he doesn't like people to see what he's saying unless they agree with him. I guess people being able to get the full context of what's going on is harmful or something. We'll figure that out later. But I really dislike not being able to appropriately report things. But I guess if he finds my showing people what he's saying offensive, there's nothing I can do about that. But Nick first says, as an update, Jeff has replied to me, "Thank you for reaching out and taking me off the list. I've asked him again to please consider taking down the list entirely for everyone else's sake, as the guy put out that hit list has," and I can't really see anything else. We don't know anything about a hit list at all that I'm aware of. And then Nick retweets himself and says, "As it was rightfully pointed out to me, he is refusing to take down the page and has continued to add more names to it. It needs to be taken down, so please continue reporting to Wix as I am. I am still waiting for their response." And then you see Gigabear said he's repaying you, taking him off by trying to get the website shut down anyway. At 7:08 p.m., May 26th, JT retweets Gigabear and says, "This dude is a real piece of work. He reached out to me kindly via email about how having him on the list initially was a big misunderstanding. I took his word and removed him. He then goes back to Twitter and tells his audience to report Kotaku Detected to get it taken down anyway." At 7:49 p.m., Pablet over Mello, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, responded to JT with a few more screenshots about Nick. And here it says, "I'm back on smashjt's list because I was continuing to actively work to get it taken down via Wix for continuing to promote a list of targeted harassment. I told him he needed to take it down over email due to real threats made against people on it, and he refused." The irony of that, how real were those threats on the people on it? Were they tweets? Were they DMs? I wonder if we could only think of somebody else who has maybe had targeted threats against him, while someone else researches his information in a public Discord. Can't imagine who that might be. I'm sure Nick would never involve himself in that kind of situation. Then you have Nick saying, "I'm not spending another week tweeting about this baloney. I have actual work to do. I will be actively working to take the list down this week and once again suggest you do the same. I'm not messing around with these guys. Here's the link, and I suggest you keep tagging Wix and Wix Help until they take action for breaking their terms of service against targeted harassment. I didn't know that discussing things you disagree with in terms of journalists who are public people really counted as targeted harassment, but okay. At 7:53 p.m. on May 26th, JT retweeted, "Pab, same old playbook. We need to silence them before someone gets hurt. Subtle, unspoken context. We are being exposed, and we have to stop the truth from getting out there." The really difficult part with this is, why is it okay for them to search up people and put people on lists, but it's not okay for other people to do it? Well, you know what? I know better. There's no reason to answer that question. They don't care. That's the difference. At 1:20 a.m. on May 27th, Julian Leonardo Reyes, Skull Reaper Ninja 1993, replied to Smash, "Nick is talking shit about you in protected mode too, believing he can attack and insult you behind your back. He's such a sniveling little coward." And Smash responds, "Dude completely lost any chance of respect with this Bush League move. They're getting all exposed now, and they'll do anything to stop the truth from getting out about them, resorting to threats of lawsuits, physical violence, lies, etc." And then he's got, Kotaku detected and take games back. At 8:24 a.m. on May 27th, JT tweets, "smashjt.com and the years of work writing articles for it have been taken down by this psycho and his followers. All the work, gameplay, YouTube videos, industry discussion, gone. These people will go to any length to silence anyone who opposes their narrative." At 12:28 p.m. on May 27th, Nick sent a tweet, apparently upset that JT made a video about the fact the website was taken down, and says, "Oh, that mask came off real quick," because, it says subhuman scumbag takes down smashjt.com. And Smash says, "How fucking dumb are you? Mask came off real quick. Douche, you organized an attack to take down my website. Did you expect me to say thanks?" I don't know what mask he thought he was wearing. It's not like this was a surprise or anything. Is he supposed to be nice after you take down the website? I don't understand that. The ploy here of doing something and then being hurt or surprised when the other person is mad is one of those very childish things that never really made sense to me. At 12:52 p.m. on May 27th, JT tweets, "Please explain what was so private about what was listed on Kotaku detected in violating your TOS." And he tags Wix and Wix help. And here he has a list and screenshot of everything that was on Wix, which is basically just the pictures of the journalists from the websites that they put out themselves, as well as the reason why they are on the list. For example, David Smith, the managing editor at Kotaku Australia, wants to hardware ban gamers for mean words in a lobby. And trust me, none of them are any better. At 4:35 p.m. on May 27th, JT tweets, cheering on the shutdown of smashjt.com. "Big shocker. Now I see why. Looks like we have someone new to add to Kotaku Detected when the site is back up." And here you have a tweet from Hayes Madison. "The SmashJT stuff is one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen, from the initial site to his entire response. Glad to finally see someone get consequences for the harassment that's rampant, no matter how much they claim it's not." I mean, the harassment is rampant. It actually started with Cabrutus and being harassed about making a list that tells people that someone's been involved with video games that they play. And apparently that's just the most evil thing you can do. But we'll ignore that harassment, right? Hayes Madison, one of his former tweets is, "Boy, I can't stand white people. He seems lovely." And the rest of these is just more of him being mad at white people. So I don't really think we have to worry about the rest of that. And that's basically where we are right now. Currently, there are people all across Twitter retweeting and tagging Wix, asking them to restore the website. So you have people all across the internet currently tweeting at Wix to try to get the website restored. And at the same time, there are a few who are demonstrating how JT and the website have actually helped them. Here you see the Retro Bro. "This was a great article and write-up by SmashJT highlighting my game. Smash gave me, a small indie developer, a chance to get the word out in the industry in an industry crowded by big tech. This is the cool stuff being done on smashjt.com until Wix caved to cancel culture." And then here you see Desert of the Undead, now available on Steam. And it looks like a cute little pixel game. I'm sure it's fun. Might check that out if you have time. Then, of course, there are plenty of people who were upset about the whole thing and have decided to let Second Wind know that they're retracting their support based on the behavior of their editor-in-chief, Nick. Here you have the hijabi gamer, who is an amazing and entertaining person. You have here tagged, "I supported you after you guys got screwed over by the escapist. No more. Subscription lost. And tell Nick I am fully anti-woke and on the side of gamers. He's going to beat me up, a small woman, and I would not recommend attacking Kat. She'd kick your ass." And then you have Browolf, he says, "Sorry, Second Wind Group. Unsubscribed from your YouTube channel. Will not be watching any longer, even though I still like some of your creators. I was 100% on board with your project, but Nick J. Cal's actions are unethical and toxic to the gaming community." And this, I don't believe this is quite about Second Wind Media, but you do have GigaBear. He says, "Your terms are acceptable. Expect people to take you up on this en masse this week." And here you have a clip from a Discord where it's got Nick, editor-in-chief. "We have Patreon subs leaving because I've made it clear if you support anything Mark Kern does, you are not a fan of Second Wind, you are not a fan of people who make games, and you are not welcome." Which, honestly, not a great idea. The idea that you can't like somebody the group you're with likes is ridiculous. I often am friends with people who really hate each other. Now, if the reasons they hate each other are good, I won't have much to do with one. However, in general, people leave me out of their drama between each other. They seem to understand, I don't know, instinctively almost, that I don't care. If I have to fight for you, if something actually happens, if something actually bad happens to you and you show it to me, I will take them out myself. But if it's just drama, if it's just you guys disagree over something, if you guys just had words, if one of you likes vanilla ice cream and the other one likes chocolate and that makes you enemies, I don't care. I don't care if you like Second Wind Group. I don't care if you like Nick. I don't care who you like. And the last thing I wanted to demonstrate or show was the fact that I am, in fact, blocked by Second Wind Media Group. I wanted to take a look and see what they were doing with their posts in the midst of this. I will say I was a sneaky and went and looked other ways, and they're not doing anything. They're literally just continuing business as usual, which honestly is what the business portion of a business Twitter should do, is just keep doing your work. Keep putting it out there. Keep doing what you do. And honestly, I don't know why they blocked me. The only thing I do is show the tweets in context with everything else going on. If they really feel that insecure about what's going on, maybe they need to think about why they're doing it. Because people will see these things and make their own decisions. I have my opinion on this stuff. I think that unfortunately, with the way the Wix TOS is written, that what happened with the Kotaku detected thing probably breaks TOS. And that's going to be a hard thing to argue otherwise. I know a lot of people will come here and say, well, but that information's already public. Well, but unfortunately, I believe the TOS mentions that it can't be defamatory or anything like that. And this information, to some degree, can be considered a negative attack on somebody else. And again, I don't agree with that. I want to emphasize this. I don't agree with that. But that's how the TOS is written. But that is also why it is not a great idea to build and host all of your site information through a third party like that. Because very often they can make very arbitrary decisions and you lose all your work. I hope that his website wasn't built on the Wix platform itself, and thus he doesn't have to rebuild everything from scratch. So I do hope that he gets it back. I'm going to say I'm not very hopeful, unfortunately. As much as I would like to see him get it back, I'm not sure it'll happen. The whole thing's full of madness, my friends. It's funny how delicate this whole ecosystem can be and how easily something can be destroyed if the right people are caring enough to take care of it for you. Or if the right people are caring enough to try to remove it. It's just kind of silly, you know? But anyway, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.